Morning, welcome to Kakaaki Social. This is a segment of the show we bring you the issues that shape conversations in the Nigerian social media. I am Ohimai Amaize. Senate President Bukola Saraki is at the center of an audio recording controversy. And the other audio recording surfaced in the Nigerian social media over the weekend that purportedly shows the Senate President talking about, in Yoruba language, how he contributed several millions of naira to President Buhari's election in 2015. According to that audio, which surfaced and was shared actually by Kayode Ogundamisi in his own Twitter account, the Senate President said he contributed as much as 400 million naira in some states, 300 million naira in some states, 200 million naira in some states. According to him, in that audio, the only state where he didn't contribute that much money was in the southwest part of Nigeria. That development has generated a lot of talk in the social media. Let's take a look at how Nigerians were talking about it. And of course, the Senate President also has debunked it, but we'll come to that. Of 36 states, I paid Buhari's election money in 30, yet I received no patronage. In that audio, Saraki lamented bitterly that one of the reasons is against the election of President Buhari in 2019 is because despite all the work that he did for the president did not reciprocate in terms of appointments that were zoned to Kwara State or to his office as Senate President. Let's take a look at how Nigerians reacted to that. But before that, excerpts from that report, quoting the Senate President in that audio, he said, "When I left the PDP for the APC in 2014, I was campaigning for the APC like never before. And we went to every state to campaign with Buhari up to the election time in 2015, he said. Still quoting the Senate President, out of the 36 states, I paid money for election in 30 states. Some collected 300 million, while some collected 400 million. Some collected 200 million naira. The only 6 states where I had nothing to do with was in the southwest. There was no other state where we didn't support Buhari's election." The Senate President Bukola Saraki lamenting bitterly about that development. Wale Adetona reacting said, "I'm surprised people are surprised about that Saraki's audio. He has never been a saint. No politician is. Most of these men are not really there to serve us, but to serve their pockets." That's from iSlim Fit there, and from Buhari's sister tweeting at Daminabo Eric. "Dear Saraki, your sweet audio is now my ringtone. I want Nigerians to know their problem." From Daminabo Eric, saw that too, and from Amadi Chima. What exactly did Saraki say in the audio that is news? He was one of those who used slush cash to fund Buhari's election. So PMB benefited from proceeds of theft. But unlike the age-old belief that there is honor among thieves, PMB decides to reward some and abandons others. Interesting perspective there. From King Namso tweeting at Annie_Namso, "You suddenly hate corruption after listening to Saraki's audio, but you are deaf and dumb anytime Ganduje's video of collecting bribe appears on the TL. You don't hate corruption, you hate who is involved." From Annie Namso, we saw that too. And from Shane Onigbinde, Saraki's audio tells mindset of our everyday politician. It's about state capture and sharing patronage as a form of power. This is why we shout campaign finance reform. 2019 for mainstream politicians is about negotiating size of state capture and how brazen the actors can be. From Shehu Onigbinde, we saw that tweet. And why that issue was raised in the social media, Saraki's new media aide disclaimed the audio, describing it as doctored. Spokesman claims audio recording on Saraki investing billions of Buhari's 2015 campaign is doctored. Sara reporters filed that report. Let's take a look at excerpts from that report actually, which was captured in a tweet by his new media aide Olu Onemola. Tweeting said the audio recording that is being circulated online by known anti-Saraki henchmen is a doctored recording. It was probably part of the mix of manipulations that APC decided to employ for today's election in 4 LGAs in Kwara State, apparently referring to the by-elections that held on Saturday. Olu Onemola continued in another tweet, "We will not allow people like Ogundamisi and other mercenary influencers to create false and mischievous impressions that may easily be consumed by the otherwise unsuspecting public." Of course, when the Ganduje dollar bribery video surfaced, he disclaimed it as doctored. Saraki's audio is also being disclaimed as doctored. From Bukola Saraki himself, reacting to the Kwara by-election, he said the public should know that today's Kwara by-election was simply between PDP and security agents plus APC. This was due to the heavy deployment of police, soldiers and other security agents who gathered to support APC and harass PDP leaders and supporters. He continued in another tweet, he said, "This is the first time that elections in Kwara State will be held under such charged, tensed and militarized conditions. We had INEC officials complaining about their own safety, and PDP supporters were brazenly intimidated, which resulted in low turnout of voters." Of course, the APC candidate won that electoral by-election, and he has said that my victory is a victory for Kwara people. That's been the development from Kwara State over the weekend, from the audio recording to the loss of the by-election by the PDP to the APC. We move on from that issue now to other issues that were trending. Atiku has unveiled his policy document for 2019. Seems after all, we're going to be having issues-based campaign. Today, officially at 12 midday, he's going to be officially unveiling that master plan about what he wants to do for the people of Nigeria. But ahead of that unveiling, snippets, I think, of that document have already been filtered into the social media. Nigerians are already also talking about that. Let's take a look at details of that development. He tweeted, actually, he said, "Join me at 12 noon, 19th November, as we unveil our plan to Nigerians on Facebook and Twitter. You can share feedback and questions using the hashtag the Atiku Plan." And his spokesperson also tweeted, let's take a look at what Shegun Shoumi, spokesman Atiku, also tweeted, said, "Director of Policy, Atiku Presidential Campaign Organization, Dr. Umar Garba, speaks on the forthcoming Atiku Plan launch." He embedded this video, this short video. Let's take a look at this video.
Hello, Nigeria. This is the moment we have all been waiting for. Today marks the beginning of what can be called a revolution in Nigerian politicking. 2019 election is not going to be the usual campaign of personalities. Our approach for 2019 is going to be an issue-based campaign where candidates should be able to tell us options, give us options on what it takes to run the country. We have reached a stage where personalities matter less. Issues will determine what will happen in 2019.
The Atiku campaign is talking about issues. SK Sholakuti tweeting said, "I've just scanned through Atiku's policy document, and as usual, it contains the what, but more importantly, it contains the how. This man Sabi Road. All I can say is congratulations, Nigeria. With Atiku, Nigeria will rise from the ashes again." Let's take a look at more tweets yesterday. To kick off campaign, Atiku is launching policy document, but Buhari launched wristbands as his first campaign engagement for 2019. And someone who calls himself or herself an intellectual, literate, educated, and progressive thinks a wristband president is a solution. From KC Nigeria, we saw that tweet. From Audi_Johnson. "So I spent hours going through Atiku's policy documents. I'm impressed, Sha, but my question with regards to our power sector and seaports weren't answered. Our power sector reform needs to be explained with technicalities on how anything will be achieved. How will you do it?" Questions to the Atiku team. How will you do it? From Adeyanju Deji. The Atiku's policy document is not just a book of promises. It is detailed. It talks about how jobs will be created, how funding will be gotten to fund every project. Wow, such a very sound blueprint. Although still reading. From Adeyanju Deji tweeting there. And from John Dan Fulani, "But feel for my gen because I don't want to miss launching of Atiku's policy document tomorrow." The launch of the policy document is at 12 midday today. And of course, also we saw from the cable, privatize NNPC, raise GDP to $900 billion, cut taxes. Atiku's policy document. The cable has seen that document and they did some analysis on that, and these are some of the details of the elements contained in that policy document. Yesterday also, President Muhammadu Buhari launched his re-election campaign, which was tagged Next Level. That campaign was launched at the Aso Rock Villa. As you can see from the photograph, that his document is being held by chieftains of the party, the national chairman of the party, the secretary to the government of the federation, the vice president himself, post with details of that next level document. Let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting to this. Yesterday, while Atiku was signaling the country about his policy launch today, the Nigerian president launched his re-election bid. His new media aide Bashir Ahmad tweeted and said, "Buhari and Shivajo are taking us to the next level." And then he attached this image which carry some of the things that President Buhari has done over the past 4 years and where he's taking us to in the next 4 years if he's elected. From Loretta Onoche at Loresta, tweeting said, campaign begins, solid foundation in place, next level downloading. President Buhari and VP Oshibanjo are taking us to the next level. Come with us. God bless Nigeria. Loretta Onoche tweeting there. And of course, from Reno Mokri, we saw the straight firing shots at the next level re-election agenda of President Buhari. He said, under Buhari's leadership, Nigeria was officially named the world's headquarters for extreme poverty. And now he wants to take us to the next level. Next level of poverty or what? The only next level Nigerians need is to see Buhari back to Dara on the next flight. From Reno Mokri, we saw that tweet. And from Don Dekojo tweeting, I'm reading the new APC manifesto and I don't know if I should laugh or cry. They actually named it next level as if we want to go to the next level of unemployment, stagflation, recession, poor healthcare, insecurity and nepotism. They already took us there. From Mayobami Don Dekojo, we saw that tweet. And from Nafizi, next level of fraud, 7.8 million jobs lost, 88 million Nigerians in extreme poverty, 13.5 million out of school children, 33.5% youth unemployment, 14.3% inflation rate, thousands of deaths as a result of insecurity. Buhari is the chief tourist for medical treatment abroad. From Nafizi, they're reacting to the next level agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari. From Baba Idris 090, next level to what? Poverty, hunger, unemployment, unlawful killings, and corruption. To Fiakwa. From Baba Idris 090, we saw that tweet. And then from Bolanle Cole, next level with Nigeria Air and Buhari as pilot. Safe journey. Okay, from this issue now, we move on to other issues that were also trending over the weekend in the Nigerian social media. Let's move on. I think there's a video actually that broke the internet over the weekend. Rich kids of Nigeria. There was this young guy, 19-year-old guy who bought a Mercedes-Benz for his 16-year-old girlfriend. Nigerians are talking about this. Let's take a look at that, details of that development and how Nigerians reacted. A 100-level student bought his SS3 student's girlfriend a Mercedes-Benz, iPhone X Max, and an iWatch for her 16th birthday in Abuja. Children of nowadays, let's take a look at the video and some of the comments that followed.
I feel that shit. I feel this shit, bro. You kill it.
Okay, now the comment section, the signature 01. One more reason I tell people social media can cause depression. Laugh out loud. For the 39-year-olds out there still trekking to work, don't worry, you go better. From the signature 01, I saw that tweet. And then from Shay Nix, I wish I was bold enough to collect this kind of gift when I was in SS3 because fear of questions from parents no go let me. But wait, what does he do? And from DOO Gideon, this is not to be celebrated yet, but investigated first. In a country where 30k minimum wage is national debate, no jobs for graduates, then an undergraduate is showing such affluence, it could lead to some billions misappropriated and stolen by a parent in public office. From Onwatu Angela, 16 years old, having a boyfriend already, and the boy at his age buying those things. Where did he get the money from? And are both parents aware of this? Now, wow. From that issue now, yesterday also, man beats up a drunk policeman today in Calabar, Cross River State. Let's take a look at the video and the comments that follow.
You can go.
Oga, leave my car. What's your problem?
Am I holding your car? Maybe you drive your car. Then carry your car.
Oga, I'm beating the worry you. I'm beating the worry you. Yeah. I'll get remove your hand from my car.
You're a mad woman to video me. Continue to video me. I've not asked you anything.
Oga, come out here.
You smoke cigar.
Come out here now. Why you hold my car?
Did I hold your car? Me as a son, so I hold your car. You're a foolish man to tell me I'm holding your car.
He's drunk, just leave him.
No, pass. Yes, yes.
Let me get my gun. Open the.
Hey!
The kind of things that we see on Nigerian social media, while it is very condemnable that the policeman was drunk on duty, I personally think it's quite despicable that he was beaten up that way. From Stella Nkiruka posting on Instablog Niger, but why beat the man? I hope they lock him up for this action and then punish the policeman for being drunk while on duty. From Sam Mighty, this is not even funny. You see small policeman, you want the flex muzzle. When SARS still the hot, where you dey? Coward, Oshi. And then from Hems Mikey 91, this fool should be arrested for beating up a policeman. He's so stupid, and for the fact he was even smoking while driving. Fools. And from Sublime_Infinite, this was a largely unprovoked attack on a police officer. Felony, he must be jailed. And also from Anwulike, wow, it's a sad state of situation when person go just raise hand slap policeman regardless of if drunk or not. It's quite sad though. For Europe, police know they carry gun, but the uniform alone go instill respect in you. We have to do better as a country. There needs to be more enlightenment, and our police force needs to be invested in. Haba, this is sad. Person open door slap police, no fear. Very sad development, actually totally condemnable, and this also, we hope the Nigerian authorities are watching. This speaks about the state of the Nigerian police, the security architecture of Nigeria, which is also the subject of the conversation that has been had this morning on the political desk of Kakaaki. Well, on this note, we wrap up Kakaaki Social this morning. Follow the conversation on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Kakaaki Social. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kakaaki Social. I am Ohimai Amaize. Kakaaki Social returns tomorrow at 8 a.m. Handing you over back now to Utive and Chikodinaka.